Yeah, we're back at it again. Welcome to a review of a show I watched a week ago that was only like 4 hours long, but I think it's worth a review. I mean, I enjoyed it. Let's talk about Devil May Cry. So, for context, Devil May Cry is a game made by I think Capcom that it's been created past couple years, multiple in the franchise. It got turned into a anime series by Netflix, and basically follows this guy named Dante doing random things and saving the world from hell. So this is definitely worth a review. So main premise of the show is basically that we're trying to save the Earth from basically hell. That's pretty much it. And Dante's there to basically do everything. And overall, Dante is a very well designed character. I personally really enjoyed the fact that he's very talkative and he jokes, but he also gets really serious, and I really like that design. He's passionate for his friends and his people he actually hangs out with. He's pretty cool, I would say. He got a sword and like dualies. Like, that is a tough loadout to go in. I would go in that loadout if I was him. He's overall, I think, the big spot of the show. Though I would say the villain has a really, really, really good part. The White Rabbit, who is the villain of the show, overall is a really well designed character for what he does. His motto actually makes sense. He overall is smart and actually knows what he's doing. I would say that basically the one episode talks about him is objectively the best episode of the series. We'll get that out eventually, but overall it's a very well designed villain, and I like overall his definitive way. I would say the show is really good in a lot of parts, though one of it is its secondary character it has. I'm not gonna say the name because I would like y'all to figure this out, but the secondary character is a overall good character, though the way they act is horrible, I would say. Mainly because she acts like swearing is very cool. Like, she thinks swearing is like the best thing to do in the world. Think back to that one Invincible joke where they're like, swearing doesn't make you cool. That's what everyone was talking about. Basically, that's the reason I'm talking about this. She swears a lot, but she's overall a really well character, but also plot armor. Plot armor is really insane on her. I think she should have died like 10 times at least in this show. I don't know how she's alive. She's also kind of a jerk to Dante, which I don't like that. Please don't be a jerk to Dante. He's kind of chill. But yeah, she was probably the worst part about this show, given that is saying that with a lot because the show is still really good. It was 8 episodes, what I can remember. I would say that definitely the best one is probably the second to last one. I actually like the second to last one a lot. It was really good fighting. It's a really good fighting episode, and I like fight scenes. The fight scenes are made really well. Probably the second best is the 6th with the backstory of White Rabbit. Really well made. And then episode 2 was really funny, I would say. That's probably my top 3 episodes. Everything else is pretty good still. But now I guess we'll talk about the actual show. We got the characters, we got the episodes, but let's talk about the actual show. Overall, the show is animated and designed really well. I like all these characters. Like, basically, I can tell any character from any design overall, except probably the people from the company in the show. I'm not gonna say it because of spoiler stuff, but yeah, overall every character is really recognizable. I can recognize them. The overall, I would say, art design is really well. I think it works well for this show. In other shows, I don't think so. The plot is overall good, though I would say it's kind of stretched really badly they could have ended this quick, and I felt like there was a lot of stuff holding them back. It was interesting, but like there could have been some ways to finish this early. I don't know. It's just I feel like some stuff was messed up. Over the way they bring the story fully together. Sound design, sound and music in the show is really well made. It's a lot of like, I think I'm gonna say like 80s, 90s, the original Devil May Cry soundtrack, I think. American Idiot by Green Day. Sure. And overall I like the sounds. I think everything's pretty like enthusiastic, I would say. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Devil May Cry is, I think, a very enjoyable series. A lot of people could like, and I think would like. It falls in the category of like just like sort of action packed and very story driven. Anyone who likes like demons, this is a good show, I would say. Overall, for what I said, I think I would give this show maybe a very very high 8, or like a 9.3. Probably a top 10 show for me right now. Big on right now. But yeah, give it a watch. Goodbye.